Pardeesville, in my opinion, was a wonderful place to grow up. One thing that always amazed me was the amount of crazy stories that we used to tell each other when we were kids. Some were pretty far out there, and some were at least partially based in fact. This has become known as Pardeesville lore. Chapter 1. Terror Rock. Behind my childhood home was a dirt road that many years ago was an old railroad. It was aptly nicknamed the Old Railroad. It wasn't a long road, but it was spooky, especially around dusk. Walking down that road made you feel pretty cut off from the world, especially when you were a kid. Now, this was a simpler time, back before parents were crazy overprotective of their children, and neighborhood kids used to walk this road all the time, often parentless. It was a dangerous trek we would take, but that's what made it exciting. Who knows what lurked down the old railroad at dusk? A rival gang of kids from the lower street? No, it was usually worse. As you got halfway down the length of this road, where the woods was very thick on both sides, there was an old shack and several large rocks on the side of the road that looked like they had blood splattered all over them. The largest of these rocks was known as Terror Rock. The other two were also Terror Rock, and why it wasn't called Terror Rocks is beyond me, but hey, we're talking about stories that originated in the minds of 10-year-old kids. These stories were filled with blood sacrifices, devil worshippers, and even a rock monster hiding in the woods. Yes, they were the kind of stories that circulated back in the 1980s. There was also a story of one of the older kids in town almost losing his life there. He fought off whatever came out of the woods, but just barely. Terror Rock was a place you didn't go alone. Now, in reality, it was actually a place where high school kids partied, and someone spray-painted the rocks. The dripping blood was actually red paint. But the lore is so much better.